Well, welcome to this amazing Saturday afternoon in the middle of April. I'm at the apiary, as you can probably hear from the traffic going past, and I have come to do the second part of the Bailey comb, which is to check to see if there is any brood up in the new box. If there is, I will be finding the queen, putting her in my pocket. I will be taking off the top brood box, and I will be putting on top of the old brood box a queen excluder, followed by an eek that has a little hole in it, so that becomes a new entrance. And I will be taking away the dummy board and filling up the space left behind with the extra foundation that I had removed. I will then pop the brood box back on. I will put the queen back into the top box. She now won't be able to get down into the brood box below. I'll block up the old entrance. The bees will come up to the new entrance. It'll take them a few minutes to figure out what's gone on. And that means that all the goodness that they're bringing in now, they will bring into the top box, and the bottom box more or less is left for the rest of the brood to be born, and they will naturally go up to the queen. But this will take about another 3 weeks. Anyway, that's probably all very confusing. It's probably easier if I just crack on with it and talk you through it as I go. Right, so I'm a bit ahead of the game because it's very hot and my iPhone keeps overheating. I have looked through the top brood box and I can't find the queen. So I put it to one side, but I have put it on top of a queen excluder. So if I've missed her, she wouldn't be able to get out. But I did find the queen in this bottom brood box, and she's here. She's in here, and she's perfectly safe. She's got a couple of workers with her, so I just keep her to one side like that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the queen excluder and I'm going to put this on top of the old brood box. Comme ça. Now I take the eek, which has the hole in it, if you can see just there, hope you can, and I'm going to put that on top. Now that is going to become their new entrance. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top brood box and put it on top of here. Okay, as you can see, I had covered them over whilst I was looking for the queen. So now I'm going to uncover them. I know the queen's here, she's absolutely fine. And I'm going to take out the dummy board, shake those little girlies off. And now I'm going to add the rest of the fresh foundation. I'm just going to remove a couple like that, or one is enough actually. I'm going to find the foundation with the lava on, and I'm going to put the queen on there. There it is. That's the foundation that has the lava on. And I'm actually going to put the queen on there. Let her run onto that. There she is. She's gone down. There she is. She's running down. There we go. She's going on to the lava there. Whilst I know she's there, I'm going to pop that one in like that. Move that all up. Put this one back. Always put frames back in the right order. And now I'm going to pop the crown board back on. Like that. Pop the feeder back on. They're going to need feeding because, oh, come on girls, down you go, that's it, you go down and you get out of the way. Because they've got more foundation that they have to pull out now, as you just saw. Oh, there's one more thing I have to do. So the one more thing I have to do is I have to block up this bottom entrance here so that they use the top entrance there. Now the reason I do that is because I want the flying bees to go with all their nectar and all their goods up to the top box. So they can still get up and down, but I want all of them to get used to bringing it up here to the top box. I'm going to put some little bits of foam in there to stop them coming out. Okay, so I hope you can see that I've blocked the entrance up with some foam, and now I'm going to put some gaffer tape across it to make absolutely sure it stays blocked up. But that way the bees won't stick to the gaffer tape. That's the plan. Right, hey, let's get on there quick. Sorry, I had to take my gloves off because they were just too sticky. I couldn't use the gaffer tape. Right. So they are going to be confused, but do not worry, they will go. Look, here comes one now. They're coming out, and these, they're not silly. They'll spot the bees coming out, and they'll soon start going in that entrance there. So yeah, that's the second part of the Bailey comb done. Okay, so that was part 2 of the Bailey comb change successfully completed. I'm sorry I didn't video the very first part because I had my camera all set up, and by the time I'd got all the bits out, the sun was so hot that the camera stopped working. So I had to put it into my pocket for a while, but I thought, well, I'll just crack on and I can tell you what I did. So what I did initially was took the roof off the hive, placed it upside down on the grass beside the hive. I then looked through the frames to see if there was any brood, and there was, which was great. So then I had to see if I could find the queen, which I couldn't. So I put a queen excluder on top of the upturned roof and lifted that brood box off and put it on top of that queen excluder. Now I did that just in case I'd missed the queen and she escaped. Not that I think she would, but there's always a chance. And I covered that brood box with a cloth. I then went through the bottom brood box, and hey presto, there was the queen. So I popped her in the cage, as you could see, because the camera started to work a bit later on, and I put her just beside the hive. I then put the queen excluder on top of the old brood box, because I don't want the queen going back down there now. And on top of that, I put the eek with the holes on top of the queen excluder. I then put the top brood box on top of that eek. I filled it up with the fresh foundation. I put the queen back into the top box. All of that you saw, and then as normal, I put a crown board on and I put the feeder back on because, again, although it's hot and beautiful, they've still got a lot of foundation that they have to pull out. So that went very well. And then, as you saw, I blocked up the bottom entrance with a little bit of foam, and then I put gaffer tape over that so that the bees now, the flying bees, will be going in to the top entrance. And I have to now leave them for 3 weeks because all the brood in the bottom box has to be born, and yeah, it just takes about another 3 weeks, and they will all go up to the queen because she is now up there. Yeah, so that will be the final video, but that will be in about 3 weeks' time. So yeah, as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope that all made sense. If it doesn't, go to my website, and my latest blog does show you the method step by step. So if that was all gaga to you, go and have a look on my website. It's all there on the latest blog. Well, there you can see it. I've been away from the hive for about 15 minutes, and in that time, they figured it out. That was the original entrance, and now you can see they're going up. They've sorted it out. They're clever bees, and they're going in that one. And gosh, well, within the next half hour really, they'll have got a hold on the whole thing. So happy bees, happy beekeeper, happy days.